I'm Dorian Basson. I'm 35 years old. I am a gay individual, and this is my story. I matriculated in 2003, and I started at UWC and in 2004. And it was in 2005, after being awarded as one of the top students of the faculty in October 2005, that it was while I was walking home that I was sexually assaulted by an unknown suspect. I subsequently suffered from multiple mental breakdowns, tried to commit suicide, and it was on the 5th of December 2008, following the World AIDS Day celebrations and events, that I, in solidarity, decided to go for an HIV test. Was completely unplanned. I had not engaged in any activities which could have infected me, especially sexual activities, as I had not had sex prior to the sexual assault. And I tested positive on the 5th of December 2008. I tested positive HIV as HIV positive, and I remember it was after the test that I went and sat on the stairs at work, and I cried for I don't even know how long, because I thought that I was going to die. I did not have enough information. I was not armed with enough information about HIV and AIDS to at that stage know that there was ARV treatment that was available that would enable me to live a long life. But I thought I was dead. Now looking back, I had multiple opportunities, especially during my first year at UWC, during the orientation program, when we had a section on a workshop on HIV and AIDS. I sat in that workshop thinking that this would never affect me, and I did not really take in the information. And looking back now, I wish I had, because I would have known that there was medical assistance in the form of PEP that I could have received after my sexual assault. Following my HIV diagnosis and walking around in on ARV treatment in silence for about 2 years, I went into a deep dark space, and I started using drugs, and I had numerous sexual encounters while being under the influence of substances. It was a very dark period, and I now know why I went through that period, because I had not dealt with the sexual assault. And it was in December 2013 when I was sitting at the UWC Rector's Christmas concert, and a small lady with a scarf, Muslim lady, walked up to the platform. Her name was Fahmida Miller, and she was the first Muslim woman who publicly disclosed her HIV status. And I remember sitting in the audience and watching this small, humble woman walk up and telling her story. And I remember breaking down, because there was someone just like me. And up until that point, all those years later, I had not been able to identify with another HIV positive individual until that moment. That night, things changed for me, and today Fahmida and I are best friends, and she's my anchor. But that night, things changed for me, for the better. what was different for me in terms of being diagnosed at such a young age was that I didn't know that there was support out there for me. I didn't know that there were organizations and medical institutions that was able to provide me with the necessary support where I could, and counseling where I could actually speak to my emotions and how I felt, not just about the sexual assault, but also about the HIV diagnosis and the fact that I was almost immediately placed on ARVs. I did not even have time to deal with this diagnosis itself before being placed on ARVs, and so the getting the necessary support, but also educating yourself about HIV is of vital importance. Um, I didn't have individuals that came to me with books of knowledge. I had to go read up. I had to Google. I had to ask for guidance. I had to seek knowledge from other sources. And so getting the necessary support, educating yourself is important, and it's part and parcel of your journey. I founded an NPO called Teterbin Foundation, which would provide a support platform to HIV positive individuals who, just like me all those years ago, did not think that there was support for them.